Good day, my name is Kaffe Marcus. I am quite new to the Eternal Overwatch, but I'm a frequent player here on the Litcop server. I'm actually one of the people who spend probably too much time on the server. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about what I have spec'd on my vehicles and the classes and such. I'm going to talk about the Engineer first. It's the first class that I really liked playing because it has a really wide a range of tricks like bombs and repair vehicles. It has good weapons and it has a very good amount of health as well compared to some of the other classes. As you can see here, I have maxed out my repair tool and I have also maxed out um, the health for the suit slot, since I find that to be vital for survival, really. 25% extra health has saved me so many times from so many things. I've also bought a sticky grenade, that was a waste of certs though. I bought the Bouncing Betty and the Tank Mines, and I find them really nice, both of them. I don't really think you will need the C4 after that, but you know, that trigger is quite nice to have sometimes. Here's the first basic gun, nothing very special here really. Here's the first gun I really liked playing with, the Gauss Compass S. It has a wider range of mods, which makes it, its base stats are worse than the basic, but it has a wider range of other things. You can get the compressor, the compensator. Sorry, the compensator. Here you have a underbarreled grenade launcher, an underbarreled shotgun, an underbarreled smoke launcher, an underbarreled whatever, basically. It has lots of tricks, and it served me well in the beginning, but now I find that the piston is the only real weapon for the NC. The piston is an automatic shotgun which will tear apart infantry at 10 or less meters range. And quite frankly, I only play a regular infantry soldier when I'm about to enter an urban area or to defend an urban area, so the piston serves me quite well in these situations. As you can see, the extended mag and the slug ammo is the only real good mods for that thing. But yeah, I don't use the slugs right at the moment because I like the spread of the shotgun shells. The next we're gonna talk about here is the max suit, which is very similar. If you can get a max suit in an urban area and you don't really need to move around much, then do so, because the NC max with its shotguns is a monster, really. It tears through infantry like nothing else. It's the one thing in NC that really shines at close quarters. As you can see here, I've taken the nanites. Now, the reason I chose the nanites is because generally when you're in a max suit, people chip off your health bit by bit. So the nanites will help you to keep yourself alive all the time. You might not have an engineer around all the time as well. Here we have the double burster for AA purposes. I don't know why I bought the second scatter cannon, because here's the reason. The dual hacksaw. If you watch any of my vids, you will see me with the dual hacksaw really tearing up infantry like there's no tomorrow. Basically, even enemy max suits fall from a burst of these things. This is what makes our max really awesome. It completely rips apart enemy infantry, and that's what makes it so deadly. Last but not least, I'm gonna show you my Reaver. Now, I started off with going for a air-to-ground Reaver, and then I moved on to making a complete air-to-air Reaver. I'm gonna show you here on the terminal what I have as a layout. Here you can see my air-to-ground, rocket pods, and rotary. Here I have my air-to-air, it's missiles, Tomcat missiles, and rotary. I have changed my defensive things a bit. I use the composite armor for both of them. because me and Flak is well-known friends by now. If you're gonna go for an air-to-ground reaver, I would definitely recommend the Flak because, well, Flakfire is like that ugly dancing partner that you just can't get rid of, and you just have to learn how to dance with her. Anyway, here's the rotary. I recommend you upgrade the basic gun to the rotary because this is just a pure upgrade in my opinion. It does more damage, it's a higher fire rate, and it's still very accurate. However, upgrading it is a pain in the ass, as you can see. It has a very small mag, but you can extend it as I have done there, and you can also extend the ammo, of course, like every other weapon. And as my secondary weapon for my air-to-ground, I use the rocket pods, of course, and here you want the extended ammo and the rapid reload, faster reload upgrade. Whether you want thermal vision or infrared, it's a matter of choice. I use infrared at the moment. I should say that I use thermal at the moment. Infrared is just as good. That's what I'm gonna say. And for an air-to-ground reaver, I would definitely recommend the radar here, because the radar really lets you pick ground targets. When it has a 200-meter range on that radar, it means that when you're close to the ground, everyone that is a ground target on the minimap will show. 200 for the maximum upgrade is everyone will show up. You will see and find targets easily. And here, so as you can see, I have the composite armor maxed out because flak fire, if you're an air-to-ground reaver, you will meet flak fire. It's a good choice. Now, performances. As you can see, I have both the dogfighting and the hover airframe. But in my opinion, the dogfighter airframe is really bad compared to what the hover airframe actually gives you, which I'm actually gonna show to you later. The hover airframe allows you a lot more agility and a lot more vertical thrust, and really what our reavers are really good at is exactly that, vertical thrust, and so I have been trying to learn how to use it to our advantage, and it has worked out really well for me. I would recommend it even if you're going for an air-to-air reaver. As I'm gonna show you here, here's my air-to-air reaver weaponry. I have the Tomcat missile pods, I have upgraded the ammo, and I have gone for the faster lock-on time. It's a matter of choice. You could go for the other one, which extends range. I would go for that if you want to take out big, ugly targets like the Galaxy or the Liberator. But if you're gonna go for an anti-fighter reaver like I have, then I would recommend the faster lock-on timer. Anyway, I think that's about sums it up here. Well, a few more changes here. The defensive slots and stuff like that here, if you're gonna go for a air-to-air reaver, I would not recommend the radar. I would recommend either the flares or the fire suppression system. Both of them are really good against fighters, as the radar doesn't really help you in air-to-air combats. They will be close and far off, sometimes too close to help and sometimes too far to help. For the utility slots, for the defensive slot here I see I still use the composite armor, but I would probably recommend the nanites or the stealth system anyway. Both of them are really good in a fighter situation, plane versus plane. The composite armor does nothing, really. It only helps you against flak fire and small arms fire, and the heavy machine guns on the fighters does not count, as far as I can tell, as small arms. So I would probably recommend you using something else. However, since I've been playing with the flak armor for so long, I really can't see myself playing without it, as me and Flak are still good friends. Yes, anyway. I think that sums about it now. As you can see, I spawned a air-to-air reaver here with the Tomcat missiles, but I'm still gonna show you how I act on ground targets, just in case you know here. Let's pretend that this ammo tower here is a ground target. With the hover frame I can actually use, you see I tilt my reaver to 90 degrees to the right and use the space button, which is the vertical thrust, to move around. I also keep holding down the decelerate button, in my case S, just to not gain any acceleration forward, as the hover airframe has a really good mobility when it has no forward acceleration whatsoever. That's why you should always keep the S button hold down when you want to turn around. Losing speed is actually good when you're trying to turn around at 180 degrees using the hover airframe. Here, let's just find someone and piss them off. I have a galaxy here, but that's just a waste of time. As you can see, I'm switching it to. Yeah, it's a waste of time. I'm not gonna bother. Oh, mosquito. Yeah, there's no pilot. Boring. Let's just keep going, I guess, towards the warp gate. Here we go. Oh, scythe and a mosquito. Take out the scythe. As you can see, he passes me. Now I kill power, I kill forward momentum, and then I use my vertical thrusters to turn around, get behind him. Now I'm putting some momentum again to get behind him and keep hunting him. That's what you need to do in an air-to-air fight. You have to keep hunting. If you ever get behind someone, keep shooting at them. They must never get a chance to recover. Oh, I'm being locked on. Oh, there's one. I managed to get into reverse mode. Oh, it's so silent. As you can see, I'm using my vertical thrusters to move around. While he's banking and making long turns around me, I'm basically standing still using my vertical thrusters to turn around left and right. So he's wasting a lot of time trying to find me, while I just keep on going around him in circles. As you can see now, I am hunting this guy and taking him out with ease. Yeah, I have to just keep hunting them, or else they will just come back for you. They must not be allowed to recover. If you get behind them, stay behind them. However, if you are facing many enemies, like I'm gonna show you, if I'm gonna be lucky, I'm gonna show you here. Oh yeah, here we go. If you are unlucky and hunting enemies and facing enemies at the same time, the barrel roll turn really gives you an upper hand. As you can see here, I'm hunting one of the mosquitoes and I'm being shot from behind. I kill power, do the barrel roll turn, and now I'm in reverse mode. As you can see, I'm flying almost backwards. I'm shooting this guy. Luckily for me, his friend crashed into him because they're beginners, and now I finish him off with a missile. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope I haven't been wailing too much, and I hope that I have helped you decide where to put some of your future cert points. And if you are on Litcom server, I hope we see each other online.